I'm back. You know the drill. Today I need some coins, so I'm gonna be testing out some random money making method. Today just so happens to be zealot grinding in the dragon's nest. And in case you don't know how to zealot grind, like I don't know how you wouldn't know how to zealot grind, but all you have to do is just run around and kill zealots, and then there's a chance that a special zealot will spawn. And every time you kill a special zealot, you get a summoning eye, which is worth like 1.3 mil. Pretty much, I'm just gonna run around and kill zealots for an hour and post the results. So currently it is 12 o'clock, so I'm gonna just start grinding until 1 o'clock, and we will see how much coins I make. So yeah, while we're zealot grinding, I'm gonna go through like the setup and everything. So right now I've got my final destination armor on, just because it gives me lots of speed and wisdom. That's good because obviously, as you can see, I'm using a frozen scythe, which needs mana. Now you might be thinking, why am I using a frozen scythe? Well, that's actually because Frozen Scythe, in my opinion, is so much easier to use than like a Juju shortbow for something like this. Because with a Juju, you need to hit the Enderman like dead on, whereas the Frozen Scythe has like an AoE kind of like range. Like see, like I didn't have to hit that Enderman straight on, and it hit him anyways. The other good thing with the Frozen Scythe is it goes through mobs, like it doesn't just stop, like the Juju bow will hit something and stop there. Whereas the little like icicles that get shot out like penetrate through all the mobs that it kills. And I've just got my Enderman pet equipped, which I don't have a mythic Enderman, so I'm not benefiting from the one ability where you can get like an extra percent of dropping zealots or something, special zealots. And I'm not Enderman Slayer 9 yet, which means I don't have that buff either. Now, I chose to do the Dragon's Nest because I actually have to get like the attributes for all the mobs here. So while I'm testing the money making method, that is zealot grinding, I'm also increasing my hunting. As you can see, Salt, you charmed a zealot and captured its shard. So I'm getting more shards and I'm upgrading my hunting skill while doing this. So yeah, this is like the second video I guess in this little series. The other day we tested frag running, and we actually ended up making like 9 mil an hour from frag running. So let's see if zealot grinding lives up to frag running. There we go, our first special zealot. And as you can see, summoning eye, it's worth 1.34 mil if I put it on a sell offer. So that's what we're just going to keep doing. Just going to keep running around killing all these zealots and trying to get as many special zealots as we can. Obviously, if you guys play the game a lot, you know that there's the Bruiser hideout. But currently Aatrox is Mayor, which means there's everyone ever doing some Void Gloom Seraph in the Bruiser hideout. And that will honestly tank my rates so much, and I don't want to deal with it. So for today, we'll just be testing Zealots in the Dragon's Nest. As anything in Hypixel Skyblock, this is pretty RNG dependent. Because, like, there's only a small chance that a special Zealot spawns. Which, I mean, there's always a 100% chance that the special zealot drops a summoning eye, but there's a really small chance that a special zealot spawns. Much like frag running, there is a small issue with zealot farming, and that's that your inventory gets full so quickly. So yeah, that is definitely something to consider in the rates, is that you need to take the time to clear your inventory out. As you can see, I just put all my coins back in the bank, so now, like, from here we would definitely see, like, how much, because I remembered all the mobs that I'm killing right now drop coins, so I need to keep that in mind. Okay, yeah, as you can already see, my inventory's full, but it's mostly these ender belts and stuff, so if I just sell all that, there we go, we can keep going. Alright, so I've been grinding zealots for an hour, and as you can see, we've got 950k, and that's just from selling like the ender belts and the pearls and the obsidian. And everything that I've got is actually in here. So we dropped a total of 9 crystal frags and 5 summoning eyes. And then obviously we got wait, hold on, these two don't count. Let me quickly get rid of that. Okay, yeah, so as you can see, everything in here is what we got from Zealots farming for an hour. But, I don't know how rare this is. I also managed to drop 2 XP boosts, which are worth quite a bit. I've already been undercut on both of them, actually. So that's actually kind of annoying. Let's have a look. Yeah, as you can see, someone's already undercut me on both of those, but that's alright. So our main profit is this stuff here. So if we claim all this, let's see how much we got left. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait for all that to sell, and then I will give the final verdict on Zealot grinding for an hour. Okay, so everything's sold, and as you can see, we've made 8.5 mil, which is pretty good. But obviously, if we take into account the two XP boosts here, which I have listed, but I've been undercut, so they're not gonna sell for a while. But if we were to take those into account, we would be making an extra like 16 mil. What that means is by technicality, in 1 hour of Zealot grinding, I made 24 million coins, which is actually insane for something like Zealot grinding. Now, let's see. Zealot grinding is a lot more boring than frag running was, I'll be completely honest. I was like falling asleep shooting all the Zealots. And the other issue is you can get like server griefed pretty easily by other players running around the Dragon's Nest with like, you know, with their weapons trying to kill Zealots as well. Additionally, if anybody spawns in any dragons, then you will be cooked. And honestly, it could be pretty frustrating waiting to get a special Zealot all the time. The one thing I would say Zealot farming has over frag running is the fact that the setup for it is really beginner friendly. All you need to be able to do is one tap Zealots in the Dragon's Nest and you will literally be fine. So yeah, final verdict, Zealot farming's still pretty decent. 24 mil in 1 hour of Zealot farming's actually kind of crazy. And the requirement for Zealot farming is like literally nothing. Downsides, obviously, you have to deal with other players and the lag of the end island, which can be pretty annoying. But overall, yeah, Zealot farming in 2025 is kind of goated. If you guys enjoyed, like, sub, and all that, and I'll see you guys next time.